My second tip would definitely be for the parents to apologize to the kids and be like willing to like take responsibility for when they mess up. Because I feel like a lot of kids, not necessarily me, but like I feel like typically, especially kids, like as they get older, they get like rebellious. Like that's like the stereotype. And so if you hear your parents take accountability, it's like, oh, maybe they're not against me.
Welcome to the nextTalk podcast. We are a nonprofit passionate about keeping kids safe online. We're learning together how to navigate tech, culture, and faith with our kids. Today on this show, we have a first-time guest that I'm so excited about.
Yes, I am too.
My son! He's 18 now.
Yeah.
He's never been on the show. He's heard a lot about it. Been to some events.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I really wanted to get his perspective before he headed off to college.
Mm-hmm.
But before we dive into my questions, tell the people a little bit about yourself, son.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carter. I'm just graduated high school. I'm excited to go to college. I'm going to be going to a school in Texas. I'm planning to study business and maybe some ministry. I'm not super sure yet. I'm really big into sports. I played basketball. I played football when I was younger too, but I still love football and basketball. And yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
You're looking forward to playing intramurals.
I am. I've been preparing.
It's, the athletic journey in high school was way more than we anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a big commitment for you.
Yeah.
And I saw you very disciplined, very proud of all the hard work you put in.
Yeah.
But I think now you're excited to kind of get back into like doing the game for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not having to do it every single day if I don't want to.
Or at 5 a.m. if you have to.
Yeah.
Missing the 5 a.m. workouts.
I'm missing the 5 a.m. workout so much.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm real excited for this. I feel like your older sister, she and I did a show before she left, and I feel like she was my guinea pig. Like, Dad and I just did not know what we were doing.
Maybe.
And I feel like we made some turns and got a little bit more, we leveled out a little bit more with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm definitely, out of both of us, I may be the luckier of the two.
Well, the firstborn kid in each family, I mean, like, it's just the first time we're parents.
You don't know what to do.
We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out as we go. Okay, so I'm going to start this show. I did a show with your sister, and I asked her 2 questions. I'm going to ask you those same questions. But then I also got some questions from some of our Instagram people. I put a question out there, and I actually got some really good ones back. So I kind of went through those. So let's first start out with the first 2 questions. What I got right, what Dad and I got right, what we got wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you want to start out. If you want to start out with the right or the wrong.
I'll start out with the right, because I think because like there's a lot more right than you did wrong.
Okay, that's good to know.
So
that's good to know.
I'll definitely start with the right. I think what you did right was like creating like a safe space to talk to, which sounds like cliche, because I guess it's like the whole like thing of your like whole like purpose of your organization. But I think you like truly did a good job, because like I wouldn't feel like if I had something to tell you, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble, or oh, I don't want to tell her because she'll take away my Xbox or anything. It was like I can tell her, and I just, like whenever I did tell you, I felt way better.
Yeah.
And like the reason, like for example, if I had something I didn't tell you right away, it wasn't like out of fear that you're gonna take something. It was just like I needed time to like think about it. But whenever I waited a long time, that's when it like got way worse.
I think that's interesting that you said that, because I noticed something in you as you got older. So the first thing was we started this trying to talk about everything with you when you were in kinder.
Yeah.
Your sister was 4th grade. So we had
a
already
late start.
We had already missed so many years with her of trying to build the communication, and thank God we recovered fast with that. But with you, we started early. I remember when I would pick you up in kinder and you would get in the car and you would just download stuff to me. Do you remember that? Like before we even got out of the parking lot, you're like, this person said the F word. This person got in trouble. And then it was almost like confession. And then you got it off your brain, and then you were fine. You didn't want to talk about it anymore. But it was like you had been carrying this stuff all day.
Yeah.
But as you got older, what I noticed in you was sometimes something would happen or something would be bugging you, and you would process it for a couple days first,
Mhm.
and then you would come tell me to be
Yeah.
like, okay, I just need to get this off my chest.
Yeah.
Is that a good observation, you
Yeah,
think?
definitely. Because I feel like a lot of the time, and especially in like through high school, you hear like so much stuff that like some of the stuff like it may like bear on you a little bit at first, but then you like kind of think about it and you kind of just like move on like naturally.
Yeah.
But that way I could like filter through some of the stuff and like, okay, that's not right, but that's not like weighing me down.
Yeah.
But then with the stuff that was weighing me down, could talk to you about it.
Well, I think that's really good because as kids grow up, and I think we kind of missed this with your sister, and we tried to pivot a little bit with you, is, we were trying to create this line of communication. Like you just report everything to me, you can talk to
Hmm.
me, and those sorts of things. When you were little, it worked great. As you got older, you are learning to discern what you need to
Hmm.
tell me and what you don't.
Yeah,
Because, like you
exactly.
said, you can walk down a middle school hallway and hear the F word 50 times. And it's
Mhm.
like, I don't need to tell her every time that I hear
Yeah.
something like that. But then if I hear something new and I keep thinking about it and it's really weighing on me, okay, let's talk about that so
Mhm.
I can just get it off my chest.
Yeah, definitely.
So you learn to kind of discern,
Yeah.
and you will continue in college. I saw
Mhm.
this with your sister. She would
Mhm.
call me on certain things, she wouldn't call me on other things because she's handling it
Yeah.
as you're growing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad to know we got that right because it
Yes.
is the sole mission of Next Talk and both of my books.
Yeah, that would definitely be a little rough if I had some comments about that one.
Well, and I guess the thing I want to say too is we got it right in the sense of we created a culture of open communication.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean we handled every conversation right, though. I
Yeah.
mean, there were things that I said that were probably not appropriate, or
Mm.
sometimes I did go crazy parent mode.
Just here and there.
You're the kid that's held me accountable. Like, you'll see a look on my face and you'll be like, don't go crazy.
Yeah.
Don't go crazy
Oh.
mom mode. Which I love. I love the accountability. Okay, so that makes me feel good. Now we can go into the what I got wrong so that I'm ready for my heart to hear it.
Yeah, okay, well, this, like this wasn't really, like, a big one either. And I don't know how much of this is, like, parenting and how much of this is just, like, genetics too, but definitely I feel like the way I've been raised, I overthink, like, a lot. And, like, overthinking is good, like, for the most part, but also it's, like and it's definitely helped me stay out of some bad situations, but also at the same time, it's kinda restricting because, like, I'll just do like everyday things. Like for example, I play basketball, or I did play basketball in high school. So when I play basketball, if I'd like go and like try and shoot, I may like overthink it and be like, what if I miss? I'm always thinking about like the what if this happens. When like reality, the what if is like physically impossible. I'm still thinking like, what if it happens?
Okay, this is a really good point, son,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes the overthinking is good. Like when
Mm-hmm.
you're with a group of friends and they're getting ready to do something illegal, I
Mm-hmm.
do want you to stop and overthink,
Yeah.
right? I don't want you to just go with the flow.
Yeah.
But this is the downside of that
Mhm.
is as a parent, if I'm trying to get you to think through things before you just react or go along with it, sometimes it can create this I don't know what it's called, fear, I guess, or
Mhm.
or the what if. You
Yeah.
said the what if. So we do need to be careful with that.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think that it's a delicate balance for sure because we
Mhm.
don't want to create anxiety or fear in our kids,
Yeah.
but we also don't want them just going along with it, whatever.
Mhm.
So it's a delicate balance. What else do you think we got wrong? Anything else that
I
comes to
mean,
mind?
not really anything that comes to mind that I'm thinking about it.
Look, so there's nothing that you're like, and this will probably change in the next 5 to 10 years. The
Yeah.
answer to this will probably change as you grow.
Yeah.
But when you have kids, like, what would you do different? Like, is there anything that immediately comes to mind?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
Maybe like I would maybe see like a little stricter at times. Just like a little bit.
More
But
strict?
just because for me, like I love it, but I like because I'm the baby of the family.
Yeah.
You're definitely like a little like less strict with me compared to my sister. Like for example, my mom would like tell me to put away my laundry and like she's like, "All right, you need to do it tonight." And then I don't do it tonight. I do it like 3 days later, but I don't get in trouble, you know?
You used to get in trouble.
I did use so I mean, it makes sense because I'm getting old.
Well, here's the thing. You're 18 now,
Yeah.
and you're getting ready to go to college.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning to pick my battles,
That's true.
right? So I may put my foot down about something that, like a party or I don't know, something that you want to go do that I'm like, I'm going to have a strong opinion on that.
Yeah.
But this is like, okay, it's laundry at this
Yeah.
point. But I do think, when you were little, we had the chore charts and
Mhm.
I was a little bit more strict.
Yeah, that's
You would
true.
have consequences. But I definitely would say, and your sister would probably agree, that I am a little bit more lenient on you.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's a baby thing. It's
Yeah.
you're our last one, and we're kind of like, okay.
Mhm.
But you're a good kid too.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm going to pick my battles here.
Yeah, and it's not like you're setting me up for failure anyways, because like if I don't put away my laundry, it's not because I'm like not disciplined. It's just because I like just don't want to.
Well, maybe when you get to college and you're on your own, like you just have to decide what kind of
Yeah.
person you're going to be. Are you going to put away the laundry right away, or is it going to be in your chair
I
all
think
day,
I'll
all
definitely
week?
be more motivated in college
I think so too.
because like when I have to go do stuff, like I'll be more independent, so I'll be more of in the rhythm of doing stuff myself.
Yeah. I agree. And I think too, basketball disciplined you so much. Like, I
Mhm.
don't worry about you not getting to class.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
really don't, because you're so disciplined and you're working out and that's the beauty of playing sports, I think.
Hmm.
I think it really does help with your discipline.
Yeah.
Next question. This came in from a mom on Instagram.
Okay.
Top 2 tips for moms with teen sons who don't talk much.
Teen sons who don't talk much.
Yeah. What would you say to a mom who their teen boys just don't seem to talk a lot?
Hmm. I definitely say, like, obviously you're looking to like create the safe place, and I would say to do that, like, it's gonna be a little bit different for everyone. I know what worked for me, and what I would advise is try and create like not necessarily like a strict reward system, but try and like and incentivize in some ways. Like maybe like what I did with my mom when I was little. If I told her something, I'd get a new app on my iPad, and that helped me a lot because it was like because I'm like I think very logically. So like if I heard something and it was weighing on me, and I told my mom and got a reward, I was like, yeah, why would I not do that? So I definitely think try and create like a some type of reward system where like it doesn't have to be like money or apps or something. Maybe you go like to dinner or go to a sports game or something like that, or just have like a family time, some sort of like reward.
Praise them anytime they confide in you.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, even if they're confiding in you a way they've messed up, like, I really messed this up, mom, and now I'm in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes as parents, our mind goes to how we have to fix it instead of just looking at your kid and saying, thank you for sharing this with me so that you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to carry it by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm here for. I think that's really good. Okay, so that is your first
Mm-hmm.
tip, right?
Yeah.
What would be your second tip?
My second tip would definitely be for the parents to apologize to the kids and be like willing to like take responsibility for when they mess up. Because I feel like a lot of kids, not necessarily me, but like I feel like typically, especially kids, like as they get older, they get like rebellious. Like that's like the stereotype. And so if you hear your parents take accountability, it's like, oh, maybe they're not against me. Like maybe they actually want to work with me.
I like that. I think it brings down walls. Like
Mm-hmm.
in any relationship, when you
Yeah.
kind of admit, I'm sorry I did this, or I'm sorry I came across that way, or whatever. We apologize to each other a lot in our home.
Mm-hmm.
And what's great about it is that you and your sister apologize when you guys are mean, or,
Mm-hmm.
because I think you've seen us do it.
Yeah.
Like, so much. We apologize so much, even when we respond badly.
Yeah, it makes it seem like the parent like kid dynamic make it seem less like a powerful thing. Like you're gonna tell me this because I told you to, and more like of an actual relationship.
Yeah, I agree. I do want to go back to the reward system because I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm going to get some pushback on that a little bit from parents who are
Yeah.
listening. I want to say, I to me, it was a positive reward system. Like, when you first started playing, before you even had a phone and you were on the iPad,
Mm-hmm.
this was something like key when we started learning to be like a nextTalk family. Was when you guys would report things to me, I would say, thank you so much for telling me, because you told me you can get a new app today.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of taught you, the more you tell me about what's happening on that screen, the more freedom you're going to get, because the more I can trust you
Yeah.
that you're not going to get in a weird situation online and not tell me about it.
Yeah. And
And
like as I got older, I would still tell you stuff. I was like, I don't really need apps anymore. But by that point, it was already a habit, and I recognized like how it like helped me to tell you stuff. So I was like, yeah, I mean, even if I don't get rewarded, this like just like as I got older, I was like, yeah, I may not get rewarded, but I'm still gonna tell you stuff.
yeah, as you got older, you really didn't get rewarded, but you tried to manipulate me with it.
How?
Do you remember that time you came into my office after school and you were like, Mom, last night I told you what happened online, and you had taken care of it. You had shut it down. You had reported the guy. I mean, it was a weird situation, but you were old enough to know what to do. But you were like, because I told you and I'm safe. I mean, like, can I get $20 for, remember that?
I do remember that.
And you
That
were a
wasn't that
scammer.
long
And I
ago.
would normally say no, but then I would think about it and then I'd be like, okay, you're a good kid. Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Every so often, it wouldn't be an every time thing. Trust me. If it was an every time thing, I'd be rich right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Because
would-
you've told me a lot.
I would not be wearing this blue shirt.
I really think it's because we started with you when you were in kinder, being so intentional. You've always been good at telling me things that
Yeah.
are that raise red flags in your brain.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and you know, we've had that. I mean, we've just had that forever. I remember when you were really little, when you first started playing Xbox, and it was somebody you knew in real life, but they cussed you out or something, and immediately you came and told me. And
Yeah.
we didn't need to do anything. I mean, it was just a friend cussing you out, but it was like, thank you for telling me. How did that
Yeah.
make you feel? And
Mhm.
because they were calling you stupid and all this stuff, and a little kid hearing that for their first time, it's like, what in the world? It's abrasive. So
Yeah.
just things like that, simple things. I didn't make you stop playing with that kid. I didn't make you turn the Xbox off. I just was like, okay, people are going to say mean things. Let's talk about it and how
Yeah.
that makes you feel.
Mhm.
It's just kind of processing it, making it normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, those are good. So top 2 tips for moms of teen sons one was
Reward system. like
reward
incentivize.
system. 2 was apologize. Okay, you didn't ask me, you asked my son, but I am also going to say, because I don't know if Carter will say this, but moms often make conversations weird. We draw them out.
Mhm.
And a lot of times what happens is Carter will be trying to tell me something, and what he really just wants me to say is, okay, thanks for telling me. I'm glad you got it off your chest. But then I go into a teachable moment scenario.
And that's not necessarily bad to go in a teachable moment, but it's when you start repeating yourself
That's when he gets mad at
over
me.
and over and over. I heard the teachable moment. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And the conversation can end.
Well, your sister told me too one time on a show. She said, Mom, I know I need to tell you. I know it's bad, or I wouldn't tell you. So you get to a certain age, you don't
Yeah.
need the teachable moment anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think when you're maybe 7, you need the teachable moment. When you're 17, you don't. It's just thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you will get irritated with me because I will repeat the teachable, like why vaping is bad or why this is bad, like 300 times. And you're like, I got it.
Yeah.
Shut up. I got it. Shut up, woman. He would never say that to me.
Yeah.
But that's what's going through your brain.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I would say that just don't be repetitive.
Yeah.
Short, sweet, get to the conversation. One thing I've learned over the years is when you're having a conversation with your kid, think about one thing that you want to get across to them, say it once, and try and move on and make sure they get it. And then these are quick conversations, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. These aren't like 30-minute conversations. I think especially with teen boys, that's important.
Yes,
Short.
definitely.
See, even on the show, you're like, move along, Mom. I can see it in your face.
Maybe.
I can see it in your face. Mom, we got the point. Okay. What would you tell a mom of an 11-year-old child who is begging for a phone? Another Instagram question.
What grade is 11th? What grade is 11th?
I think that's probably around 6th grade.
Yeah, it's like in the 5th, right?
That's what I would say. 5th or 6th.
And they're begging for a phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like there's definitely a lot of factors here. I would say, like, it depends, like, why they want a phone. Because if they want a phone for, like, to get social media right away, I'd probably say that's no. Like, definitely no to social media because I feel like they're definitely too young to have social media. Because especially for like if you're 11, once you start scrolling, it definitely be hard to stop. I mean, it's hard for me to stop, and I'm a lot older than 11. So I would definitely start out asking them why they want the phone, and if it doesn't have anything to do with social media, I'd I'd think about it, think about the reason, and I'd probably give them a phone, but on a couple conditions. One, if they see anything, they have to show me, obviously, and then two, I'm gonna give them like a set apps, like they can have these apps to start, and probably not a lot. And so then if stuff comes up, because it's gonna come up, they can come show me, and then like I talked about earlier, I'll reward them with the apps, and that's how like build the trust. And then over time, obviously they'll get social media and all this. So I personally would give an 11-year-old a phone, but you have to make it a big deal of like about like trust and everything. I think that's super important, like how you give it to them. Like I don't think you should just give it to them like, okay, here, do whatever. You have to emphasize that it's like, okay, I'm trusting you. Here's what I need you to do in return. And then if not, you have to be willing to take it. You can't like if they can't if you can't trust them, like they don't show you stuff or they're on it too much, you don't necessarily just have to like take it away and not give it back, but maybe like talk to them about like, hey, can we reduce your screen time or something? You have to be like willing to. You have if you're willing to give, you have to be willing to take away.
Well, and I think that it could be easy started when you ask the why question, right?
Hmm.
Like, why do you want this phone? Okay. So what if it's like to communicate with my friends or to play this certain app? I think a lot of things now could be done on an iPad. Like
Yeah.
they could text their friends from an iPad. They could, because we're not giving them Snapchat, like you said, or Instagram or anything like that
Hmm.
at 11. So there could be a compromise where it's like, well, let's have a family iPad and you can do all of these things on that. You report things to me. If you keep reporting things to me, then eventually you can earn the phone.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like you're like what you said about incentivize.
Mm.
Um, you can do that from an iPad to
Yeah.
earn the phone. And so you can stair step it, which is what we
Yeah.
did. We stair stepped it.
I would definitely say though, if you're doing that with an iPad, I would recommend getting the iPad before. Like, if they're begging for a phone and all their friends are getting phones and they're gonna get an iPad,
It's weird.
yeah.
This is really where it comes in, where if you could have this set group of friends all kind of delay together,
Mm,
it would be better.
mm,
It would be better.
yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. And I would also add whether it's an iPad or a phone or whatever, no screens in bedrooms
Yeah, for
or
sure.
behind closed doors,
For
even like in
sure.
a game room.
Mm.
And so that's a rule that we've had forever. How do you feel about that rule? Like, is it something that you think you would do with your own kids?
Yeah, definitely. I really like that rule because I mean, obviously, there's a lot of reasons that you have the rule. I just like it because I can sleep better. Because
Yeah.
I'm not like there's one time I was at my friend's house, and obviously I was at my friend's house, and so I can't like go up and put my phone in his living room while asleep. So I just slept with it next to my bed. I kept like waking up in the middle of the night to check it, and I slept horribly. Which like I mean I'm not at my house, so maybe that's why. But I was just like distracted by it, even when I thought I was like fully asleep.
Okay, so you're getting ready to go to college and being
Hmm.
in your dorm room. So this is a self-discipline thing that you're going to
Hmm.
have because I mean, I don't even check it now, though. Quite
Yeah.
honestly, you're at the point like I go to bed before you now.
Yeah.
You could have it in your bedroom at night if you want it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like, you're 18 now. You're getting
Mm-hmm.
ready to go to but I wake up every morning and it's in the office on the charger,
Mm-hmm.
like or on the kitchen island
Yeah.
because it's just been a habit your
Mm.
whole life. So you got to carry that habit on because I think it's a good one
Yeah,
not to
definitely.
wake up in the middle of the night for sure. I remember when you first earned a phone in middle school and you would put your phone on our mud bench back then. That was kind of
Mm-hmm.
where it was when we first all when you were first earning a phone. The charger was at the mud bench and you would wake up and you would have like 200 messages. And I'm like, did anybody sleep through the night? But most kids are up texting all night.
Yeah.
I remember some days you would be like, I'm not even reading all these.
I still don't.
Like you still wake up. Do you still wake up to a lot of snaps or I mean now
Mm,
you have Snapchat more than probably group text.
yeah, some snaps sometimes, but not
Yeah.
really.
You think as your kid as you guys have grown, your friends are sleeping more and
No.
less? No.
No.
They're still up. They're still
I
up
just
and
have
on.
notifications off.
You have notifications.
So they don't bug me.
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, mom of 11-year-old. I love his answer because he literally laid out the nextTalk red flag reporting, the earning, the stair stepping, the not, we always say teach your kids a step-by-step process, how you teach them how to drive a car. He kind of laid that out. They don't get a phone and they download 7 social media apps. That's not how this works. It's been a step-by-step approach. So it's funny because you don't have the official nextTalk language that we use, like the red flag reporting. Do you even know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the list.
Of course.
I mean,
red flag alert.
red flag go off in your brain.
Yeah.
We used it when you were smaller, but it's been so natural to us in our home, our language. So anyway, okay, here's a good question that I got from an Instagram. What are your favorite traditions? That's just kind of good personal question.
Yeah. My favorite traditions are definitely not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. There we go. Because we have family friends over and we play a bunch of games. We play football and basketball. We play Family Feud. It's all just really fun.
You're always Steve Harvey.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I make a great Steve Harvey. They actually call me Steve Gnarly. But
he dresses up like Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, I stutter on that. That's also fun. We've recently started. We used to go to my grandparents and celebrate Christmas with them the night of, and then my other grandparents the morning of. But now we still do that when we can. But now we've been starting to go out to like a family dinner the night before or on Christmas Eve. So that's really fun. And then I think also just like random like game nights and family movie nights. Like we've been getting into Catan recently. It gets heated. It gets really heated.
We've had some real bad family disagreements because of that board
We've had
game.
some table slams. Has anyone cried from that yet?
I think Dad had to apologize to you one time, thinking about apologies when he hit the table because he was mad.
But it definitely gets heated. But even like other games, it's just like super fun to have like family time like that. We've had a lot of tears, especially because of Clue.
Oh, Clue, yeah.
Do you remember the rope incident?
Oh yeah, I remember the rope incident on Clue.
We like kept asking if anyone had rope. And it went all the way through, like the entire round.
Nobody has rope. Nobody has rope.
Everyone concluded, they're like, all right, yeah. No one has rope. Rope's a killing thing. We open it up. It is not rope. And we realized one of the players had a rope the entire time. They just didn't realize.
One of our family members.
Yes. And that family member also put rope as the killing device. So, yeah.
We were like pulling our hair out.
Ever since then, I don't think I've really played Clue again. I've only played a couple more games.
We moved on to Catan.
Yeah.
Yeah. On spring break recently, man, we played a lot of Catan to the point where we kind of all got sick of. We've taken a break right now, so we'll see what the summer holds. Yeah. You're getting ready to yawn.
Yeah, now I'm battling yawns the last couple minutes.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything else you would like to say to parents who are listening? Most of our audience are moms and dads, and they're out there fighting for their life, trying to raise their kids and, have a good relationship with them, but also have rules and boundaries and keep them safe. And I mean, also, I think, we were talking about phones, like, now with AI, I mean, there's a lot more tech out there than even when you were in middle school. And so it's scary for parents.
Yeah.
Any advice for them? Just general advice.
I definitely say focus more on having a relationship with your kids and being like a parent. Like if your kid's talking to you about some game and you have no idea what's going on, just pretend you know what's going on. Like ask them about it. Because I remember I would always like tell my dad about like Fortnite or Madden, whatever I was playing at the time. And even if he like didn't know what was going on, he'd be like, "Oh, really? That's cool." And it would make me feel like a lot more. It just make me feel like a lot happier because he like seemed interested in it. That actually happened 2 days ago. So.
Well, and a lot of times too, when you were younger, we would actually play the game with you.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I tried to play Minecraft with you?
Yeah, and you got motion sick.
That was terrible.
But you tried playing Fortnite too.
And then what was my Fortnite handle?
like mama birds or something like that.
And so Mama Bird was like running around killing all these people.
No, you did not get a single kill.
I did not.
I actually don't think you knew how to pick up a gun.
I did not. And you were screaming at me to get out of the storm or whatever it was. Do you
Yeah.
remember that? I was just running around.
That was bad.
But you liked it. So I kind of wanted to know a little bit about what was going on. I wasn't good at it, but I made an effort because it was important to you. Yeah. And then I think the relationship is great too, but then parents also have to have rules. You're telling me I should have even been more strict.
Yeah.
Especially about your laundry.
It's okay. Can't change it now.
All right, son. Well, thanks for taking the time to do this.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you. Maybe after you get at college, we'll come home and we can revisit this because as your mind expands and you see other people's perspectives, you may have more to say about how we parented, like good and bad. So
yeah, it's true.
Maybe we can do another show where you're like, I have some more bad stuff I want to share on this show.
This, and that.
Yeah, you may. You may. All right. Well, thanks so much.
All right.
Love you, hun.
Love you.
nextTalk is a 501c3 nonprofit keeping kids safe online. To support our work, make a donation at nexttalk.org. nextTalk resources are not intended to replace the advice of a trained healthcare or legal professional, or to diagnose, treat, or otherwise render expert advice regarding any type of medical, psychological, legal, financial, or other problem. You are advised to consult a qualified expert for your personal treatment plan.
Our nextTalk podcast is in the top 2% of over 3.4 million podcasts ranked by Listen Notes. But now we're also adding YouTube. So this is a whole new thing we're doing. If you could like, subscribe, and comment on these videos, it would help us so much. We appreciate y'all.